Meredith in for Michael Rickard as he's handling the stats. He'll join us to talk about the Patricians at halftime. And Dave, we've got a battle of unbeatens here tonight.
Oh yeah, and this is the type of game you want to find out, that measuring stick. Where are you at? We're both 4-0, but which O, as they say, has to go, and we'll find out tonight as these two teams match up.
Yeah, this should be a very interesting matchup here today. When you look at these two teams, offense is the name of the game that you're going to hear a lot about today. The Garaway Pirates averaging 43 points per game, and the Girard Indians averaging 54 points per game on the year.
Well, just by those stats alone, we look like they should be throwing the ball all over the field, and there should be a lot of action tonight and high scoring. We're looking for that.
Yeah, this should definitely be a high-scoring, high-flying game. We're going to take our first time out here in the pregame show. When we come back, we'll jump inside the Cleveland Cobras Coach's Corner, and we will talk to the head coach of the Girard Indians, Pat Pearson. That's coming up next here on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
We are back inside the Cleveland Cobras Coach's Corner, and we are joined by Coach Pearson of the Girard Indians. And, Coach, you have to be pleased with your start. 4 games and 4 wins under your belt.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a good start so far. We had a little bit of a lot of younger guys playing. Even some of the older guys with their first taste of varsity football. So, this group's worked really hard. And they played really hard, and it's been a good start, but we got a long way to go.
Coach, you look at your offense so far this season, and you really put up some big numbers. You're known for being putting up those numbers, but almost 54 points per game. What has really clicked with your offense so far this year?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I mean, Coach Cochran and the offensive staff do such a great job. I mean, those guys put so much time and effort in. Our kids are on the same page. They know what they're doing. We've got some really explosive athletes. Our quarterback play's been really good. And our offensive line, which was kind of a rebuilt group this year, has done a tremendous job there too. So, those guys, they play fast. I mean, they work their tails off. They practice like crazy. Sometimes we practice so fast that the game almost feels slow to them. So them guys are doing really good, and we found different ways. Sometimes we're running it. Sometimes we're throwing it. We have multiple ways, I think, that we can do it to be successful, and move the chains and ultimately try to score as many points as possible.
I've never talked to a coach who said their team played a perfect game, but you're off to a perfect start. Coach, what are you working on improving as you go through the middle point of this season now?
Yeah, I mean, there's 1,000 things we got to get better at. We're still making a lot of mistakes offensively, defensively, special teams. We just got to keep improving at our craft. You know what I mean? Make sure that our assignments, our alignments are correct. Make sure we're taking the right angles to the ball. Our communication is good. All those little things, those add up, because you get into some big games, and we got a lot of big games in front of us with a lot of good teams and a lot of good programs. And it always comes down to 2 or 3 little things that make a difference in a game like that.
Speaking of the teams that have got a lot of talent tonight, Coach, a Garaway team averaging over 40 points per game. First off, how do you prepare for a team you might not be that familiar with from your normal schedule year to year?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing that's the most stressful. First time we played these guys, I've known of them and their success, and their program speaks for itself, and we got a lot of respect for that, and we're excited to play this team. But being out of that comfort zone and not necessarily knowing them and stuff like that definitely puts some stress on you. But stress is a good thing too. You know what I mean? You grow from stress, and definitely is keeping us on our top game. And we just prepare as best we can, and we worry about ourselves and keep getting better, and go out there and hopefully play a great game tonight, and represent our community and our school, and do all those little things, and hopefully it comes out the way we want it.
You kind of led me to my next question, where in a situation like this, is it more about yourselves and focusing on what you do best and how you do it, rather than maybe what the opposition's going to bring to the field?
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly a little bit of both. I mean, obviously you got a lot of scouting going on, and you want to make sure that that you line up to their formations and you have an idea there, and you know what defense they're playing. But no, at the end of the day, it's about you. It's about going out and executing the plays we're running on offense, or going out and executing the defense and rallying to the football, and just play Girard football. You know what I mean? Our kids, they work their tails off all year long, and this is a fun night. You know what I mean? We've earned the right to have a cool game like this. So go out and play and enjoy the game, and play like crazy, and play like a Girard Indian, and wherever the chips may fall, they fall.
Coach, your time as always is appreciated. Best of luck tonight and throughout the rest of the season.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
We'll take a timeout and come back with more right after this.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit TAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team Pride Cobras. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
And we welcome you back here to Girard as we get you set for the Garaway Pirates and the Girard Indians back inside the Cleveland Cobras Coach's Corner. Jason Wallach is the head coach for the Garaway Pirates, who play in Division 4, coming off a 48-14 win over Zanesville last week. They will host Claymont coming up next Friday. Now, their record, Dave, it says 4-0, but if you look at it, they played a game against Expression Prep Academy in West Virginia, who is 0-2 on the season, and they are not recognized by the OHSAA. So Garaway, despite having a 4-0 record, has 3 games counting towards the computer rankings so far.
Right, yep, and that's probably have to fill that schedule out and get someone in there. And unfortunately, it doesn't help them any points, but it does help them with the experience of playing and coming together as a cohesive unit.
Looking at the Garaway Pirates, averaging 43 points per game offensively, giving up about 12 points per game defensively. For Girard, you just heard from veteran head coach Pat Pearson. In Division 5, they come off a 48-12 win over the Struthers Wildcats last week. They will face the Lakeview Bulldogs next week, averaging 53.5 points per game offensively, giving up 19.5 defensively. Their lowest offensive output through 4 weeks is 48 points.
Well, I tell you, that's putting some points on the board. So, we talking about that both teams look like they can put a lot of points on the board. But really, the focus should be tonight, which defense is going to step up, because that's going to be the key. The team that can play the best defense, cause turnovers, things of that nature, that's probably that team that will win tonight.
And we're going to learn a lot about both of these two squads here tonight. Garaway's opposition record is 2-12 on the season so far. Girard's is 4-12 on the season so far. Of course, you can only play the teams that are on your schedule, and both teams have taken care of business to this point so far on the season. So it will be interesting to see how this game plays out. Both of these teams are spread-style offenses. You're going to see 2-by-2 for almost the entire game. Yes, both teams will run the football, but you're going to see a lot of footballs in the air by 2 sophomore quarterbacks.
Yeah, that's something that we don't see too often. We've seen some sophomores here and there, but 2 on both. One on both teams. We don't see that normally, Mark, and they both are highly efficient and have been successful so far this season. So this is going to be something is now they move where they're playing against an undefeated team. The best team they probably have played is each other now, and this should be something of a test for sure for both.
The Girard Indians have made their way on to the field. Black pants with the red jerseys, white numbers trimmed in black with the black helmets, and the G on the side. We are awaiting the Pirates from Garaway to come onto the field with the red pants, white jerseys, red numbers trimmed in black with the white helmets. And we will step aside for our final break here on Sports Radio 1240 and Western Reserve Radio 2.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
We are back getting ready for this evening's kickoff on the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week. The Indians and the Pirates have made their way onto the field. And when you talk about this high-powered Girard offense for Coach Pearson, you talk about a son that leads the way. A.J. Pearson, the sophomore quarterback, 1,034 yards through the air in 4 games. 4 touchdown passes, 2 interceptions, completing 76% of his throws, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking 3 out of 4 throws he's basically hitting on. So that is tremendous. And he's got a great future. We're talking about sophomore. He has a great future. And he's not small either at 5'11", 195.
You throw in the fact he also has 515 yards on the ground and another 10 touchdowns. He is a dual threat quarterback
for sure
for the Girard Indians. The Pirates from Garaway have won the toss. They have elected to receive. We are ready to get things underway here in the opening quarter. Kickoffs all year long, brought to you by the Village Tavern. For nearly 100 years, the Village Tavern is one of the area's favorite local spots for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Located at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, online at thevillagetavern3.com. So Girard to kick, Garaway to receive, and it is time for week 5 of the high school football regular season, Dave.
Yeah, come on. Halfway through already.
We were just at Camel like last week, weren't we?
Yeah, that's what it feels like. I mean, it's unbelievable how fast the high school season goes. It just zooms by.
You are listening to Sports Radio 1240 WBBW Youngstown, a Cumulus media station, and Western Reserve Radio 2, part of the iMedia One network. And Zach Leedy gets his foot into this kick that is going to drift past the returner, roll into the end zone for the touchback, and head towards the band shell. Off to our right for the Girard marching band. Both Girard's band and Garaway's band ready for the halftime entertainment. We'll have the PAC report coming up with the break. We will talk to John Galbraith from the Youngstown Patricians. They've been our title sponsor for this year. We've done a lot with them. Look forward to see what'll be happening for them in the future. Right. But right now it is Grady Mill, the 5'9", 175-pound sophomore, led out on the field to lead this spread attack. Matthew Fry is the tailback. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left side. Play clock now down under 12 seconds. Mill takes the snap. He's going to run with the football, and the sophomore is across the 25 and down to near the 26-yard line. It's going to be a pickup of about 5 yards. It brings up a 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Yeah, actually, there's a nice little hole opened up on the right side of the offense, and he just needed a little room and picked up 5 yards.
2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Single back of the backfield with Mill. Man goes in motion, now reverses course. Mill to throw it on 2nd and 5. Loops one downfield, and that pass is going to be incomplete. That's Trey Miller, the 5'7" sophomore who couldn't drag a foot inbounds right in front of that Girard bench. It's 3rd and 5.
Yeah. And now he's in a good position in 3rd and 5. That's that middle thing. You can open the playbook up a little bit when you're at that range.
3rd and 5. Play clock at 20. Trips to the right. Single Now 2 receivers go to the left side. Mill is alone in the backfield. Play clock rolling down, approaching 10 seconds on 2nd down and 5. Mill takes the snap, 3-step drop, feeling the pressure, steps up in the pocket, trying to unload, and he's going to be sacked back inside the 20-yard line as the pressure came right up the middle by the Girard Indians.
Yeah, I thought it was just to see what was going on. You actually can read that blitz coming. And that's one of those you just got to audible to something else, have something that they have for him, or just get rid of the football because he was no way he had a chance to even get rid of it.
Braxton Sloan, the sophomore receiver, back to return this punt. Colston Hostetler, the freshman, at 5'4" and 95 pounds, set to actually they got a different punter back there now.
Yeah, we got Thomas Grimm.
Snap back to him, and he'll get the kick away. And that is going to take a Pirate roll.
Nice.
And that's going to roll all the way down to about the 41-yard line. So a nice kick by the Pirates sets the Indians up 1st and 10 from their 41-yard line, going left to right.
Yeah, very good field position here. So we see what this offense of Girard has for them, in store for them now. And Garaway is going to have to be on their toes and ready.
1st and 10 from the 41-yard line, left to right here in the opening quarter. A.J. Pearson going to go trips to the right, single receiver left side, single back in the backfield. Play clock, 20 seconds, plenty of time. Pearson to throw, swings it out into the flat. Receiver makes a catch across the 40, 45, stays on his feet to midfield and might have got into Pirate territory, depending on the spot.
He would have got him. Oh, he got him sure. He must have stepped out early. Almost thought he had enough. Just a little short, Mark, on getting that 1st down.
That's Braxton Sloan, the sophomore, on the reception. Indians going to go right back to the field. Snap it to Pearson. He'll run it right up the middle, lower the shoulder, and hammer his way down to about the 46-yard line. That pickup will give the Indians a 1st down.
Yeah, and I'm trying to look out here right now and just want to see. They can't really get set. Garaway's defense.
Pearson to throw it again across the 40 and falls out of bounds near the 39-yard line. Mario Lipinski on the reception for the Indians. Lipinski, just a freshman. Trips left. Pearson going to run it again in that hurry-up style offense. And he's only going to gain about a yard. It's going to bring up 3rd down, long 2 for the Indians.
Good defensive play there. They converged. The linebackers came and took on their responsibilities, didn't get out of their lanes, and were able to make that stop immediately.
Slow the tempo down a little bit. Once again, they go trips to the left, single receiver to the right side. That's Sloan. Single back in the backfield. That's Sam Scott, the senior. He is to the left of Pearson. Scott will get his first carry. Actually, now he pulled it back and tried the quick pass, and that'll be knocked away and incomplete. Looking downfield for Wade. That pass will fall incomplete. Bring up a 4th down and 2.
Yeah, they played. Garaway is really shocking me with their defensive setup. It's a combination of man and zone. And depending on what side of the field they rotate those receivers, decides on what they're playing in that area.
Big 4th down and 2 for Coach Pearson and the Indians on this opening drive. Now the 9:21 to play in the opening quarter. No score. Play clock now down under 10 seconds. Trips left. Single receiver right side. Pearson going to run to that strong side. He'll have the 1st down as he gets down to the 40.
Yeah, just enough right there.
To that 35-yard line. Just enough to move the sticks. Maybe not. We may get our first measurement of the year.
Yeah, yes. Isn't that something? I think this is. You're right. First measurement of any game. I don't remember us having one measurement.
We only have a couple anymore throughout the entire season.
Yeah.
So the chains will come from the Pirates sideline. And they'll bring it across the field and set up for the measurement. I thought initially he got the ball to the 35-yard line, which should have been good enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, I think when they cut his knees, he could that right knee did touch early. So the spot wasn't bad, but still should be enough. Yep.
So it is a 1st down for Girard on the run by Pearson. And this drive will continue. 9:16 to play, opening quarter, no score. Garaway forced a punt on their opening drive. This is the first possession for Girard with the ball resting at the Garaway 36-yard line. Girard going to come out with trips to the right. Single receiver to the left side. Pearson looking to throw that way, and before the play gets underway, we've got our first flag, and a procedure penalty on Girard's going to back them up 5 and make it 1st and 15.
Yeah, got a little movement on the left side, I think, of the offensive line. And got that legal procedure and now go back 5 yards. Yeah, Garaway surprised me, Mark, really seriously with their defensive setup with the mixture of man and zone. Quarterback's got to read that and try to read what they're doing at the snap of the ball.
Actually saw that in a scrimmage earlier this season, a team playing that mixed man zone. So 1st and 15, trips right, single receiver left. Now they're going to put Scott in motion. Pearson going to run to that short side. Now he'll tuck in. He's going to have a gain down to the 30-yard line. He stayed on his feet. He stayed in bounds. And he's going to go out of bounds all the way down near the 15-yard line. Big run for the sophomore, A.J. Pearson, lowering the shoulder and absorbing contact.
Yeah, and that's what you get when you grab. It's good I'm up here doing this broadcast with you, Mark, and not a coach, a defensive coach. Got an injury over there on the sideline that we didn't see during the action, but
I couldn't get the number of who that is, but up and sprinting to the sideline, that's Jadon Wade, number 3. Was going to make his way to the home side. Another clear, cool, comfortable night.
Yes,
a little warmer than we've had recently.
Yeah, it has been. This is a nice night for football. It's perfect for the fans, perfect for the team down there. Now, I don't know about the big guys inside. I think they like it a little bit cooler. Those linemen always love to have it just a little bit.
Big guys in the press box like it a little cooler, too. I'm just saying. So it is 1st and 10 for Girard. Ball resting at the Garaway Pirates 17-yard line. Pearson going to little pitch it to the running back, turn on the side across the 10, 5, and into the end zone. Sam Scott takes the pitch and goes 17 yards for the Girard touchdown.
Great play there. And we don't talk about, we look at the guy running in for the touchdown, which was great, making that move to get to the outside. But what enabled him to get there is the blocking from the wide receivers. They were able to block and make that lane for him to get to the outside. That is very important when you want to run the football, when you get the receivers involved in blocking.
Maxwell Erickson on to attempt the extra point. Algiers will hold. Play clock now down under 15 seconds. Snap and hold were good, but we do have a flag at the 6-yard line. It's going to be a procedure penalty, Dave, on Girard. So back this extra point up 5 yards.
Yeah. Let's see if they're still going to kick it. It looks like they are.
Maxwell Erickson handles the place kicking duties for Coach Pearson. Algiers with the knee down at the 15-yard line. Snap down, extra point on the way. It splits the uprights, and it is good. 8:29 to play here in the opening quarter. It is Girard 7 and Garaway 0. You're listening to Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Right back here to Arrowhead Stadium, 7-0 lead for the homestanding Indians on the Discount Power Sports scoreboard. Early action for the Rams coming off that big win for Mineral Ridge last week over Jackson Milton. They lead Waterloo 14-0. That game was in the first quarter.
Yeah, I tell you.
And Waterloo had to cancel their game last week with Springfield due to low numbers.
Yeah, and it's something that doesn't happen to that program. Because from years back, not a long time ago, you always had a numerous players.
Lady ready for the Village Tavern kickoff. High and a little bit short, will be picked up at the 10. Sutter steps outside across the 15, cuts back to the 20, and then met by a host of special teamers for the Indians right there near the 21-yard line, and that is where the Pirates will take over, 1st and 10. Second possession for the Garaway Pirates under head coach Jason Wallach, and a playoff experienced program.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. We know what strength they have had over the years at Garaway, and let's see what they do. This team this year of 2025, can they respond after Girard was able to take that initial drive and take it all the way in for a score? Let's see how they respond to that.
Now we've got whistles. They're going to hold up play. We're going to reset the play clock back to 25. 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line for the Pirates. And sophomore quarterback Grady Mill. 2 receivers to the right, wing, and a receiver to the left side. They're going to run it with Matthew Fry, and no room for Matthew Fry. Tripped up right at the line. Going to say maybe 1 on that carry, Dave. 2nd and a long 9.
Great play, and that was by the gentleman that took it in for the score, and Sam Scott. He came up and really lowered the boom there and was able to get him.
So 2nd and 9 for the Pirates. Trips to the right, single receiver left, single back in the backfield. Mill to throw it. Has time, slings downfield, pass caught across the 30, down near the 31-yard line. That's Trey Miller, the sophomore, on the reception. And it's going to bring up a 3rd now and short for the Pirates.
Yeah, that ball guy, he's going to have to watch that. That one got out there nice. They were in a zone. He threw that curl route in the inside, and that's not where you want it. That's a no-no. As the cornerback can sit on that and actually come and pick that off.
Thomas Grimm now checking in the backfield for the Pirates, wearing number 12.
Oh, there's some movement there.
And whistles will stop play again.
Like I seen number 8 move and see if they got that.
So we will await the penalty call. As that you mentioned, Colston Lumerlang got a little bit of a head start.
Yeah, sure did over there.
They're going to bring in an extra defensive lineman up front for Girard. That's Tommy Schmidt, the junior, checking in, wearing 75. Split backs in the backfield on this 3rd down and short. They will run the football and diving forward, and he didn't get much at all. Might about a half a yard did Matthew Fry, following that lead block from Thomas Grimm.
Yeah, that right there. He didn't run up in there with any force at all. You got to come up in there, and I mean, if you don't see nothing, then sometimes you got to make your own home mark. And he didn't show any aggressiveness getting to that offensive line.
4th and 1 for the Garaway Pirates. They're going to come to the line.
Oh, boy.
Going to put Mill under center. Fry's the single back. Going to try and push for that 1st down.
All right.
And initial indication is that he's got the 1st down. And they will move the chains. Got about a yard and a half to move the 6, and the Pirates' drive continues.
Now that right there shows from the coaching staff of who they are. They have been, like you said, a successful program. To take that in their own territory and go for it, that's really that's taking some chances there. But he trusted.
2 receivers and a wing to the right, receiver to the left. Mill to throw. Going to roll to the wide side, throwing on the run, and the receiver
got it.
comes back to it and made a nice catch. And got driven out of bounds after about an 8-yard gain.
Yeah, nice. Good. And that's the way you do it as a receiver. You don't turn around, wait for the ball to get to you. You come back towards the quarterback and make that grab. And he did, all hands, and nice pickup.
So good gain on a first down on the reception for Matthew Fry, who's actually listed in the 2 deep as a wide receiver and a running back. And movement up front by the Indians, and that's going to give Garaway the easy first down.
Yes, it will.
So this will move the football.
Yeah, Dylan Littell got a little antsy up there. He came across. He's a big fella, too, number 72 out there, 6'7", 310 pounds.
Yeah, that would definitely qualify as a big fella.
That's for sure.
First and 10 from the 47-yard line of the Garaway Pirates. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Mills alone in the backfield. Takes the snap. He's going to run right up the middle with the football. Gets across midfield. And he's going to be down to the Girard 45-yard line. Grady Mill, not the biggest quarterback at 5'9", 175, but not afraid to kind of stick his head in there and pick up some extra yards.
Yeah, sure did. He got much as he can get, and that's not bad to get on your first down, 7-yard pickup.
Second down and a 3 for the Pirates. 2 to the right, 3 to the left. Mill alone in the backfield. Now turns, checks with the sidelines. Play clock at 12 seconds. We're down to 4:15 to play in this opening quarter. Girard with a 7-0 lead over the Garaway Pirates. Mill faked it to his running back. Some confusion in the backfield. He's going to be dropped back at the 49-yard line.
And I'm always going to go with the quarterback. He turned one way, running back went the other way, and that's a recipe for definitely a disaster, and that would happen there. He did the best thing, to turn around, make sure he secured that football, and just take the hit right there.
So it's third down, long 5 for the Garaway Pirates. 2 receivers go to each side of the formation. Single back in the backfield with Grady Mill to his left side. Play clock at 7. Mill. Deep drop. Pressure came clean and dropped him in the backfield for a sack as no one picked up the blitzing defender for the Girard Indians. Brian Wilson shot in clean and got the sack on the play.
Absolutely, Mark. That's what he did. And the thing about it, they're showing the blitz. They're showing it. They're letting you know we are coming. You may not know which one of us is coming. We're coming. And they're not making that adjustment. That's the second time they've been sacked on that blitz on 3rd and long.
So set to punt, Thomas Grimm, number 12 for the Garaway Pirates. Single returner back deep at his 29-yard line for the Girard Indians. Play clock ran down to 0. And we have whistles. And a delay of game penalty on the Pirates is going to back them up 5 yards.
Oh, boy, that can have you going bonkers. Sure. You don't want that. Something like that is just not uncalled for. It should never happen.
So 4th and 17 now for the Garaway Pirates. High snap, punter pulls it down, gets a block to get the kick away. And it's going to back away from this ball. It'll take a Pirates roll. And a good one at that, all the way down to the 20-yard line. So Girard's going to have the football and 2:22 to play here in the opening quarter, Dave.
Yeah, and I give him something. That punter, that's twice. He's got a nice punt off and didn't get the extra roll with it. But this is the thing. Can Garaway's defense get off the field? They have to get off the field here. They spent a lot of time in that last drive on the field and wasn't able to stop him from getting in the end zone.
Trips to the right, single receiver to the left side. Pearson going to roll to the strong side. On the run, fires downfield, pass caught across the 30. Down to the 32-yard line for Braxton Sloan.
Well, I tell you, Mark, if that's the defense they're going to play, right down the field, Girard will mark because they're playing the, like I said, mix of match and zone, but that ball was a long throw, and you can actually break on that, and they did not even make a hesitate.
A.J. Pearson, twins to each side of the formation. The tailback is senior Sam Scott. On 1st and 10 from the 32. Pearson's going to keep it. This time finds a seam across the 40, carrying tacklers and all the way down to the 44-yard line. That'll be a 12-yard run and a first down for the Indians.
Yeah, nice run there. Get up inside. Use the speed, power. And that's something he's shown. He has power for that quarterback position. He'll run you right over if you're not in position to tackle.
So 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. 2 minutes to play in this first quarter. Pearson to throw, slings it downfield. Receiver gave ground to get the first down, then showed some strength to muscle past the sticks to move the chains again.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm looking at this and what, did he get it? I thought he got enough. Maybe not.
Yep, they're going to give him the first down. Down to the 47-yard line of the Pirates, and now
two measurements. Yeah,
well, that's 2 measurements in one game.
Wow. In the first quarter.
You're listening to the Youngstown Patricians high school football game of the week. The Patricians semi-pro football team is looking for post-high school and college talent to join their roster. For more information, check them out on Facebook, or you can call John Galbraith, who sits to our left. We'll talk to him in a little bit. 330-540-1099. And so the measurement looks like it's going to be good enough for another Girard first down. Keep this drive going with 1:27 to play in this opening quarter. So off the measurement, it'll be a single receiver outside the numbers to the left, trips to the right side, single back Scott in the backfield with A.J. Pearson. Pearson going to give it to Scott, running short side and got bottled up after he got to about the 44-yard line. So he'll pick up 2. It's 2nd and 8.
Yeah, they try to bottle that up, but that defense not there yet.
And it's interesting with this Girard offense, we've seen probably 3 or 4 different tempos and paces they like to approach the game with.
Mm-hmm.
2 to the right, 2 to the left on 2nd down and 8 from the 44-yard line of the Pirates. Pearson to throw. Deep, a long throw across the numbers is good. Receiver broke free inside the 15 and down near the 10-yard line. They'll spot him at the 8-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal on the reception by Sloan for the Girard first down.
Yeah, and Sloan is only a 10th grader also at the wide receiver.
Snap it quickly, swing it out into the flat. Receiver made the catch and got tripped up near the 5-yard line. That was Wade. It'll be 3rd and goal from about the 4. We're down to 25 seconds to play in the opening quarter. And here comes a penalty flag from behind the defense.
Now, did they say something very derogatory back there?
Yeah, was it words? Was it too many men? What is this penalty going to be?
And I'm thinking it's words. We don't know, but it just makes me think that because that was so quick to call too many men on the field.
So they've got 3 officials huddled up at about the 10-yard line. 24 seconds to play in this first quarter, a 7-0 lead for Girard over Garaway. Also coming up at halftime, we'll let you know where we'll be next week on the Youngstown Patricians Game of the Week.
Yeah, well, I guess his mic is not working. Because he couldn't, and then really his signal doesn't tell us much either.
Yeah, wasn't really familiar with that one.
Yeah, I guess he just made that one up on the way to the stadium because I've never seen that before.
So the indication of the penalty was on Garaway. The flag was thrown to the back of the end zone.
And they did step it off half the distance. So we know it was some type of personal foul type of thing or something happened.
So it is 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Pearson trips to the left, single receiver to the right. Slot man goes in motion, and they had 2 men in motion at the same time. That's going to back them up 5 yards, and it'll be 2nd and goal back at the 7-yard line.
Boy, that drives a coach crazy when you have these type of things. Those are mental. Those are all mental errors there. You know, sometimes you get upset with penalties as a coach, but when it's a physical situation, this is something that happens. You trying to make a great tackle, you grab a face mask by accident, something like that. Get your hand caught up in there.
That is going to bring us to the end of the opening quarter. After 1, it is Girard 7, Garaway 0. You're listening to Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. We'll be right back. Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Back here at Girard, beginning the 2nd quarter. Indians with a 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. We're going to have 1 receiver split out wide to the right side on the numbers. Looks like a wing to that right side, and 2 receivers short side left. It'll be A.J. Pearson, Sam Scott in the backfield, and teams are all lined up. We're just waiting for the officiating staff that was having a chat with the head coach, Jason Wallach of the Garaway Pirates.
Yeah.
And these 2 up-tempo teams are ready to go. 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. Pearson, quarterback keeper, trying to bounce to the outside. Breaks a tackle, and he'll walk into the end zone. That's A.J. Pearson with his 11th rushing touchdown of the season.
Yeah, that was wide open that side, too. And I don't know if that was even the direction of the initial play. It looked like he just decided to go off to that side when he seen it was just a clear airway over there just to go, and he took it in.
So Maxwell Erickson, the junior, will come on and attempt the extra point. Line to the left. Big crowd filing in here for tonight's game as that extra point scoots inside the right upright and is good. And Girard now with a 14-0 lead. Dave will keep it right here. And it seems like that Girard offense is starting to settle in.
Oh, yeah, they're settling in. And I'm going to tell you, it's not only that they settling in, Garaway is allowing them to settle in. When you play a mixed man in zone, it can work, but you got to be aggressive with it. And they still are sitting back and allowing them to catch it, and then they come up to the ball. And Pearson has made some long throws. This is some tough throws. From one hash mark all the way up to the other side, you have to be able to challenge him and go after the ball, but haven't seen that at all from Garaway.
While we have a moment, we can let you know coming up next week on the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week, we head to New Middletown for an old-fashioned rivalry between Jackson, Milton, and Springfield.
That should be good. That should be a good one, an old-time rivalry. Like, there's nothing like those. You get one of those type of games, it's usually really a great game to see.
Time for the kickoff. Brought to you by the Village Tavern in Hubbard, one of the area's favorite local spots for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard. So Girard set to kick the football away. Zach Leedy, who handles the punting duties, will also kick off. High kick, gonna hit at the 12. Bobbled and picked up there. Brought back across the 10, working out to the right side. And down near the 15 before going on down around the 16-yard line. That is where the Pirates take over. 1st and 10, trailing Girard 14-0 early second quarter.
Yeah, this puts some pressure on that offense now. They got to get something going. They did show some glimpses of good offensive play, moving the ball, but then halfway down the field, getting into the territory of Girard, that offense was just stalled out.
So the Pirates take over, 1st down and 10. Going to put 3 receivers in the formation. Back to throw. Swings the ball out to the short side. Pass caught. And battling to get just back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe squeezing out a yard on that reception. Sets up a 2nd down and 9. Discount Power Sports scoreboard update. First half action. Poland with a 14-0 lead over the Hubbard Eagles.
Yeah, that's the same score we got here.
2nd and 8 from the 18-yard line. Mill, 3 receivers. Wingman goes in motion. Gonna run the ball with Fry. And Fry bottled up down at the 20-yard line. He'll pick up 2. It brings up now a 3rd down and 6 for the Garaway Pirates. Hubbard, they've struggled with Poland. They have not scored a point against Poland since the 2022 season.
Oh, my goodness.
Trips to the right side. Twins to the left side. Mill alone in the backfield. Play clock at 17.
Oh,
now we've got a flag.
You're right under the ball.
And looks like the center may have kind of jumped the count a little bit.
Look like they called it on the defense. At least this ref on this side called offside.
That is what they're going to call. Looked like the center kind of maybe rocked back a little bit, but that'll be an easy 5 for the Pirates.
Yeah, but they needed that, and this gives them an opportunity to get a 1st down. But I'm going to tell you something I noticed with Garaway. They don't seem to have the speed or anything to even challenge Girard. Watch when their defense is set up on a normal play. They're playing 5 men on the line and then 6 straight across. And you don't see that normally, just straight across on guys.
2 backs in the backfield for Mill on 3rd down and 1. They give the ball to Fry. And Fry is going to be dropped in the backfield for a big loss, and it's going to bring up 4th down for the Garaway Pirates. They just can't get anything going against this Girard defense so far tonight.
Right, I'm just looking at it from as they say, using those eyeballs and watching this, I see no speed that would even challenge. If I'm playing, I'm definitely playing a receiver right up on him. I'm not even worried about him running past me or anything because I don't see anything that's would challenge anyone.
So the Pirates to punt the ball away. Braxton Sloan is back to return this kick. Low snap, picks it up, gets the kick away. Wobbly kick that is going to be scooped up at the 35, across the 40, 45 to the 50, into Pirates territory at the 47-yard line, and out of bounds right there in front of the Girard bench. Braxton Sloan on the return. He's done a little bit of everything here in the first half for Girard.
Yes, he has. Well, I tell you, in their key spots, a lot of their skill position guys are underclassmen. So, bright future. When you have your skilled players out there and being that young, sophomores and juniors.
So 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line of the Pirates. It's where this drive starts for Girard, right to left. And Pearson worked the hard count, got somebody to come across, made contact, and they get an easy 5. We talk about a lot of young players on this Girard offense. Coach even said it in our pregame interview. This offense, they've been running this system for a long time under Coach Cochran, and they really have a rhythm to it.
Oh, yeah, they got it.
Pearson to throw. The long out. This one a little too tall. Was covered well and incomplete. It's second down and a 5 for Girard.
Yeah, it was good coverage there. They got to challenge the receiver. They got to do something on defense, offense, something that would change the complexion of this football game, because right now, Girard is in complete control.
Second and 5 from the 42-yard line of the Garaway Pirates. Pearson fires downfield. Man open right down the seam. Made the catch, stayed on his feet across the 20 to the 15 and inside the 10-yard line. It's going to be first and goal for the Girard Indians.
Yeah, who's that number 5 there? Alan Hess Cardona. 6'2", 225, fullback. Oh, that's in there.
And they'll swing the ball out of the flat. Jadon Wade makes the catch, and he'll walk in from 6 yards out for the Girard touchdown. So that is Pearson to Wade for 6 yards.
Yeah, it was nice. It was wide open. The blocking, like I said, to get your receivers to want to block like that, that's great coaching, because they just blocked for him. That was an easy touchdown once he got that little screen there.
On for the extra point. Snap and hold are good again. That circles inside the right upright and good. 8:56 to play first half. Girard 21, Garaway 0 on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit PAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team Pride Cobras. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Right back here to Girard. Just under 9 minutes to play first half, and consecutive possessions ending in touchdowns for the Girard Indians, and took them a little bit to figure out how they wanted to approach this Pirates defense, and then they've become very aggressive.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And once they've seen that they can do what they want, they have just definitely put their entire will upon this football team, and this Garaway's got a lot to dig out of now.
So a 21-0 lead now for the Girard Indians over the Garaway Pirates. And this kickoff brought to you by the Village Tavern in Hubbard, located at 746 North Main Street. This kick going to be picked out of the air at the 9, across the 15, 20. Blockers 25 to the 30, 35, 40. Cuts back 45 and pulled down near the 48-yard line. And a nice return by the Pirates, as that was number 2, Matthew Fry, on the return for Garaway.
Nice little return, nice blocking there too. Now, see if you can capitalize. Nice big play there to get you right out the midfield. You have to try to capitalize on this situation.
We always talk about the return game, and really appreciated that return in the way that he let his blockers set up his approach.
Yep, that's exactly what he did, and he did it actually nice and patient. And that's what you got to do when you had the blockers out there, was set up nice.
2 receivers go to the left. Wing and a receiver to the right. Now Girard is going to take their first time out of the first half. We will keep it here. Now, we mentioned next week's Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week, Jackson, Milton, and Springfield. 2 weeks from now, we will see these very same Girard Indians again, as we will head to South Range for Girard and South Range. Another game that has the potential to be high scoring.
Absolutely. So, I mean, and I'm going to tell you, Mark, fans gonna start looking and see you and I once they know who we are. And they probably say, we don't want those guys here broadcasting. Somebody's getting ready to get blown out. I mean, we done had some tough times here as far as this. Hey, I mean, I don't know what it is. It look like great matchups, things that should be good, and one team just comes out and just purely dominates.
That guy that makes the schedule, I tell you.
Yeah, I don't know that guy's name, but
he's got some problems.
Yeah, they're gonna have to do some serious testing.
They might have to give you the rights to change the schedule.
I tell you.
So off the Girard timeout, Coach Pearson has a pair left. Two to the left, wing and a receiver to the right side for sophomore Grady Mill. Mill's going to keep the football across the 45 and down near the 40-yard line. He's close to a first down.
Yeah, he may just be a half foot. No, they say he got it.
So they're going to give him 10 yards on the run by Grady Mill on a Pirates first down. 8.5 minutes to play, first half, 21-0 in favor of the Girard Indians.
And it's almost imperative that they score on this drive. They need that for confidence and to get themselves back in this ball game.
Girard will host Lakeview right here next Friday. Mill works the count. Deep drop. Flag on the play. Fires across the middle. Pass caught. Off a tackle. Inside the 15 and down near the 11-yard line is Trey Miller. This is coming all the way back at the flag, back at the 49-yard line.
Legal motion. Yep, I watched that debate. Somebody got off the ball a little bit too fast on the left-hand side. I couldn't see the number, but he took off before the ball was snapped.
Miller, the sophomore receiver, found a spot in the defense, just kind of settled in. You like the way he ran that route, came back to his quarterback, showed him his numbers, did a nice job.
Yeah, and that's if I'm not mistaken, is that the same one that had the reception on the sideline coming back to the quarterback? That's somebody who's been schooled well to come back to the quarterback.
This will make it 1st and 15 now, back at the Girard 45-yard line for the Garaway Pirates. Twins to each side. Grady Mill has a single back 2 yards behind him. He's going to fake the football to him. He's going to keep it in an open field tackle. Coming up, Sam Scott did not fall for that at all. And he stopped the quarterback in his tracks for about 1.5 yard loss. This is going to set up now. Second down. About 16 yards to go for Garaway. 7.5 minutes to play. Fast-moving first half here tonight from Girard.
It has a little bit, and I mean, it's quick for teams that usually throwing the ball and putting it in the air. Sometimes the game is longer, but it's been fast-moving. They haven't ran out of bounds too many times either.
Empty backfield for Grady Mill. Trips left, Twins to the right side. Mill working to the strong side, pass too tall. Looking for Micah Yoder, the 5'11 senior. And it brings up third down and long for the Pirates.
Yeah, you got to get that ball down on his receiver. Got to put it on him and then hit him right between that 2 and the 3. So you can catch that on the run and keep on motoring. That ball is a little bit too high.
So third down, 17. Clock stopped, 6:59 to play, first half. Mill trips, left, Twins right. Play clock down to 5 seconds as he turns back to the line of scrimmage.
Wide side blitz is getting ready to come right now.
And it did not get that play off in time. Did they use? Nope, they were going to use a timeout, did not. That is a delay of game penalty that's going to make it now 3rd and 22.
Just think about it. A couple plays ago, without that legal procedure, they'd have been on the 7-yard line. Unbelievable.
Now they're back in their own territory at their 48. Third down, 22 for Garaway. Twins to each side, Mill alone in the backfield. 3-step drop, stands in the pocket, takes the shot, downfield, ball batted, and incomplete. Receiver looking for a flag. There was none. Safety came over with good help to knock that football away.
Oh, yeah, definitely was no interference there. They were playing.
Says the former defensive back.
Yeah, they were playing the ball there. They were going after it. So you definitely don't want to see a flag come flying in there when you're playing the ball.
So Thomas Grimm will punt the football away. Braxton Sloan back deep for Girard at his 15. This is a booming kick that is going to roll out of bounds, and I think they're going to spot this football at the 1 yard line. They will.
Oh, wow.
What a punt.
That was a great punt.
It was very...
Yeah, it was.
Very serious, just very kind of almost rigid the way he kicked the football.
Yes, it was.
But it was very effective.
Oh, man. And to be honest with you, he has been their most valuable guy so far. His punts, he's got him out of there and really flipped the field both times. They weren't able to stop him, but he definitely flipped the field. Had an excellent game. Pinned him up at the 1.
Coming up at halftime, first half unofficial stats, the PAC report, and a whole lot more. Girard, 99 yards in front of him as they start at their 1 yard line. Pearson going to work out of the pistol, single back with him. He'll drop to throw. Stands in the end zone, one-on-one, downfield, taking the shot, and did he hold on to it? Yes, he did. Braxton Sloan made a great catch on a beautiful ball by A.J. Pearson.
Yep, right there. Yeah, beat that defensive back at just enough separation for that ball to drop right in there.
It wasn't much. It was maybe 2 yards.
That's it.
Right back to it. They all swing it out into the flat. Another receiver makes the catch. That's Jadon Wade, the senior.
Here come that turbo offense. They are really motoring it now. And they look at the score again.
So that is a gain of 9. They're going to run it with Scott. This time Scott's tripped up in the backfield. Back at the 35-yard line.
That's one of the best plays I've seen on defense for them there. Got great penetration. It's Thomas Grimm, the linebacker, 10th grader for Garaway. He got in there.
The punter.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Doing a little bit of everything. We saw him as a lead blocker.
Right.
In short yardage. Pearson, 2 receivers to the right. They got a wing to that side as well. Sam Scott's the tailback. Play clock at 5 seconds. Pearson, quarterback draw, going to run it right up the middle. He'll have the first down. Not by much, but looked like he initially got that first down.
Yeah, it looked like he got the initial spot, should have got him to the first down mark.
Clock approaching 5 minutes to play here in this first half.
He's a little short. Yep, that's it. Yeah, because it's real close.
We're going to have our third measurement of this first half.
Oh, my goodness. We done went this first half of the season with no measurement.
We've got a couple of seasons with not many of these.
Yeah. This one is going to be real close.
Girard picking up the first down on the first 2 fourth down measurements. And that is a first down for Girard. Discount Power Sports scoreboard. Hubbard on the board against Poland, now trailing 14-7. First half action. That's over on AM 600 WRQX, 600 WRQX.com. And first and 10 here for the Girard Indians. Coach Pearson has a pair of timeouts in his pocket should he choose to use them, with 4:59 clock rolling here in the second quarter. Trips right, single receiver left. Going to give the ball to Scott, running short side. Scott carrying a couple of tacklers just shy of the 45-yard line. Another good gain for Girard on first down. And when you're getting 6-7 yards on first down, it already really opens that playbook up.
Oh yeah, it is open. I mean, now you got a 2nd and 2. I mean, there's so many things you can do here, and I wouldn't be surprised to pass it. They are.
Pearson to throw, sets the pass up to Wade. And Wade's going to be bottled up and driven back. Pirates saw too much of that, and they read that one well for the stop. Lost about a half yard. Going to be third down, closer to 3 now for Girard.
Yeah, that was good defense there, and they get a spurt of that. They get a play where they play some great defense, and then the only thing, the next play, Girard does them. So they're going to get some consistency.
So it's third down and 3. Pirates were showing some pressure off the edge. Now they'll take that wing, put him in a slot to the right side. 3 to right, 1 to the left. Pearson going to run that option. He's going to pitch it back to Scott, who turns the corner, has the first down across midfield, still on his feet and down near the 45-yard line. Talk about Pearson being just a sophomore. Flag at the end of this play.
Oh,
well, he reads that defense so well and waits till the last second to pitch the ball.
Right. He waiting and makes sure that defensive end or whoever on the edge has him make a commitment to him, and he'll pitch it. But he does it to the last very second, which is great.
So we got the flag on the play. The first down run was to the 45-yard line.
It might be 15 against Garaway.
Dead ball, personal foul on the Pirates. So tack 15 on to the end of that run, and Girard is knocking on the door again with 3.5 minutes to play in the first half.
And all these things are just mental. You can't you're frustrated. You can't make those mistakes like that. They say it rains and pours when you do those type of things.
From the 29-yard line, Pearson to throw. Pumps,
we got him
steps
wide.
into a wide open throw and a walk into the end zone. That's Mario Lipinski, the freshman, on the 30-yard touchdown strike.
Yeah, that was so wide open.
And the Girard lead grows to 27-0. Now Maxwell Erickson on for the extra point. This was a 7-0 game in the latter stages of the first quarter, and then this Girard offense has exploded here in the second quarter. Snap and hold are good, and this extra point by Erickson is up and good. 3:18 to play in the half. It is all Girard, 28-0 over Garaway on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. Now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Well, the Girard offense has exploded here in the second quarter now with a 28-0 lead over the Garaway Pirates, who traveled about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes, depending on who's doing the driving.
Yeah.
And they have run into an offensive machine here in the Girard Indians.
Yeah, they sure have. And I don't see anything of them stopping them either, because, boy, they're doing what they want to do, run or pass.
Girard averaging 54 points per game with a season low of 48. This kick is going to check up. And
that ball is wide open.
That's a live football.
Yes, it is.
But it can't not be advanced.
What? Are you kidding
He just
me?
kind of ran past the football. Girard picked it up. They ran it into the end zone.
You talking about mental mistakes.
I do believe we saw something similar in the Steeler game on Sunday.
Yeah, Caleb Johnson.
So,
who was thinking his college days where the ball goes into the end zone and it's dead. It's not dead until you down it in the NFL.
So Girard with a chance to really put this one away in the latter stages of the second quarter. Pearson takes the snap. He's going to keep it. Ran right up the middle inside the 5. He's going to be down to the 2-yard line. So it is 2nd and goal for the Girard Indians from the 2-yard line.
I'm astonished at that play because there was nobody down there. And all he had to do was just go over and get the ball. He just ran right on past it. I would have been going crazy on the sideline. Get back on the ball. And I don't know if anybody was hollering down there or not, Mark.
And there's nobody behind the returner. And he just kind of ran past the football.
He just ran past it. And that's something different. You know, usually your blockers in front of you, once they see the ball is back, they do want to see where you're at. Usually somebody sees that. Somebody's got to be aware that ball is live. It's in the field of play.
I think they're going to make a adjustment to the clock here.
Yeah, the clock will be steady running pretty soon here.
So I think they're going to make this 3:05. Yes, they are. And that's what they're going to do, is that's a signal up here to the press box. Clock crew off to our right, doing a great job. Had a chance to talk to a lot of those guys before the game started. Might have been a little early today.
Yeah, that's all right. It's all right. Better than being late, right, Mark?
I have experienced that side of things, so it is much better than being late.
Absolutely.
All right, they'll wind the clock. We're ready to get back to play. 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. A.J. Pearson, the quarterback. Scott's the tailback. Pearson's going to keep it, follow that big offensive line, and he's in for a 2-yard touchdown run. And for Pearson, he's had a hand in 4 of the 5 Girard touchdowns so far today.
Well, Mark, I'm quiet. I'm quiet because it's just total domination. And I mean, not what I expected. I expected Girard, I just thought they would have more offensive firepower and would be ahead in this game. But I thought I would see some resistance of some kind.
Erickson on for the extra point. That is up and true. And with 2.5 minutes to play in 2 minutes and 50 seconds to play in the first half. It is a 35-0 lead for the Girard Indians. We will keep it here. And it's been one of those where you don't say it often, but it's been first half domination in all phases.
The best play for Garaway has been Grimm, the punter.
The kick return.
Oh, yeah, we had one. I forgot about that nice kick return. That's what I'm saying. So far in between. Only thing I can remember is the punts. They have been great, flipping the field and everything of that nature, put them on the 1-yard line, but it didn't matter that you got them on the 1-yard line.
You are listening to Sports Radio 1240, WBBW Youngstown, a Cumulus Media station, and Western Reserve Radio 2, part of the iMedia One network. Mark Means, Dave Clark, John Galbraith in the booth today. John filling in for Michael Rickard, who's back with us next week. Matthew Craven, Dave Ferris, Matt Marr. The studio is full with action tonight on the iMedia One network. Time for another Village Tavern kickoff. This one is going to be a little squibber on the ground. That's a live ball. It banged off the shoulder pads, but the up man able to recover that loose football for Garaway, and Christian Raber, the senior, just took a funny hop at the last second off the shoulder pads.
Yeah.
So Garaway has 2:47 and all 3 timeouts as they come back onto the field.
Yeah, we said it last one, or I did, as far as it was imperative that they score. There's even more so now. You got to save face in some kind of way.
And now we've got whistles. And Girard going to use their second timeout on defense with 2:47 to play here in the half. Coming up at the half, we will have the PAC report with Joe Anderko. Also have first half stats. We'll give you the Discount Power Sports scoreboard. Got a lot of action coming up at halftime. Stay tuned for that here on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. Interesting games, big games. Now that we're hitting the midway point of the season, we're into conference play for most teams. Obviously, not tonight.
Right.
Girard in the NE8, and it's been a strong start to the season for the area. Teams have played well.
Yeah, they sure have. Just in our game, we done seen some teams play well, but it's just be that one team. We haven't had a real competitive battle yet. And I'm looking forward to the second half of the season. Yeah, I think we'll get one in coming soon.
Two receivers right and left. Mill alone in the backfield on a 1st and 10 from the 37. Play clock now down under 15 seconds. Mill, 3-step drop, sets up the middle receiver screen. Receiver makes the catch. Broken tackle across the 40. And down near the 44-yard line is Micah Yoder on the reception for the Pirates. Yoder's going to set up Garaway with a 2nd down and short. Just about 2 yards to go. Mill again works with the empty backfield. 2 receivers to his left, 3 to his right side. Play clock down to 10 seconds. Takes the snap, looking to the strong side. Sets up the screen, and the receiver dropped the football.
That's the best thing he could have done.
Probably is for Trey Miller, who looked up and had 3 red and black jerseys right in front of him.
Oh, yeah. And that was a long throw for the quarterback to get that ball over there. Took some time. That defense was too quick. They're right there upon him. Best thing he could have did is drop it.
So 3rd down and 10 for the Pirates. Twins to each side. Mill alone in the backfield. 3rd down, long 2 yards to go. Play clock now down under 10 seconds. Mill's just going to keep the football, and he'll dive forward. He'll have the 1st down. Needed 2, got about 4, and that'll move the chains to the 49-yard line. Both these starting quarterbacks, sophomores. Mill takes the snap, standing in. Now he's going to go down back at the 41-yard line. As he stepped up to throw, he got thrown down to the turf.
Yeah. I mean, you see the arm. They said a long arm of the law right there. Just came out of nowhere, snatched him back.
Alan Hess Cardona, the senior, brings up a 2nd down and a long now. This is 2nd and 16 for the Pirates. Mill to throw. Receiver makes the catch. That's Garber across the 50 for the 45-yard line and going to go out of bounds. I'm going to spot him at about the 44. And bring up 3rd down and short for the Pirates.
Yeah, about 3 yards away.
Seems to be such a rhythm-based offense for Garaway, and they just haven't been able to find that rhythm here in the first half.
Yeah, it is. That's what it is, and they haven't been able to at all. And then you get behind the sticks, you get behind in the score, and it hinders everything.
Mill takes the snap. Fires downfield. That ball taken away by the receiver down near the 39-yard line. That's a 1st down on the catch by Trey Miller. I'm impressed with the routes that Miller runs.
Yeah, and what does he do every time? He's always coming back to the quarterback.
Trips to the left, Twins to the right. Grady Mill alone. Swings it out. Receiver makes the catch. Gonna get maybe a yard on that play before being driven back.
When he threw the ball, it looked like a nice timing play there, too. Right on target, right to the outside. The conversion of the speed on defense, they were there immediately.
That was Jalen Jimenez on the reception for Garaway. Number 10 making his 1st catch. Discount Power Sports scoreboard, Mineral Ridge 37-0 over Waterloo in the second quarter.
Yeah, that is so shocking. Back when I was coaching for Cameron Memorial, we went out to Waterloo, and I remember playing them, and those guys came out and kept coming out. They had, just the amount of players that they have, and the see that they were down to like last week. I think they only had like 12.
Coach Hake looking to go to 4-1 in his first year back at his alma mater.
Yeah.
So meeting breaks up.
Wonder what happened there.
Didn't get any kind of indication.
No indication. Anything. There wasn't any flag or anything.
Reset the play clock. It's at 25. Garaway coming to the line of scrimmage. Trips right, Twins left. Mill to throw. Time. Looking downfield. Pumps. Now he's going to run. He'll get across the 35 and down near the 33-yard line as one of the defenders for Girard went flying in front of the bench. That's Dante Matthews, the senior corner. We are down to 33 seconds, clock rolling here in the first half. And now Garaway wants a timeout with this third down coming up. So that'll be their first timeout. They'll be left with a pair. And Girard will have one should they need it here in the first half of action. Been impressed with what you've seen so far from Girard?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they've been efficient on offense. And then going into speeds at different tempos. Usually you have a lot of confusion and a lot of penalties, a lot of things. They haven't had that with that, and that is impressive to see them doing that. And they're young. That's all those things are very impressive what I see.
And the majority of their penalties, if any, have been on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, it has. Yep. And it's like jumping off sides and different things of that nature, but to actually be running at speeds like this is unbelievable.
28 seconds to go here in the first half. Garaway using the timeout. So they're going to add a little bit of time to the clock. Make it 33 seconds to go. Trips left, Twins right for Grady Mill. Sophomore quarterback works alone in the backfield. Three-step drop. Batted down and incomplete.
And he used a 6-7 frame there to slap the ball down.
He put that big hand up and knocked the ball down, as you said, did Dylan Littell. Now, sometimes you look at that and you say 6'7" on the roster. That's 6'7".
Yeah, you can see that.
That is a big guy down there.
Yes, you can see the difference, the disparity.
4th down and 7 for the Garaway Pirates. Trips to the left, Twins to the right. Mill on 4th down and 7. Quarterback keeper going to run it up the middle, and he's tripped up and pulled down. Stepping up into the hole and making that tackle, that's Brian Wilson, another tackle. And with 24 seconds to go, Girard's going to get the football back here in the first half.
Yeah, they may just go out here and kneel it and go to the halftime. Commanding lead, everything's under control.
A.J. Pearson, the sophomore quarterback. Going to bring everyone in tight. One single back about 10 yards deep behind the line of scrimmage. Pearson will take a knee, and we will head into the locker room. It has been all Girard here in the first half, as it is Girard 35 and Garaway 0. We will take a break. When we come back on the other side of this timeout, it'll be the PAC report with Commissioner Joanne Derko. 35-0 Girard at the half on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC. Find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
The Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Welcome to the PAC Football Report for September 20th, 2025. I'm Joe Onderco. This week we will take a look back at last week's gridiron contests in the President's Athletic Conference, while also previewing the opening of conference play in Week 3 this Saturday. The highlight game of the weekend between nationally ranked powers saw number 2 ranked Mount Union overcome an early deficit to roll to a 49-14 victory at number 15 Grove City. PAC teams posting non-league wins in Week 2 included Hiram, which posted a 58-21 victory over Oberlin in their home debut since rejoining the PAC, and Westminster, which recorded an impressive 27-7 road win over Franklin and Marshall in Lancaster. Other league results included Allegheny being edged 40-38 at Juniata, Waynesburg falling 52-19 at Dickinson, W&J dropping a 38-31 road decision at Hampton-Sydney, Wabash outlasting Case Western Reserve 38-28 in a lightning-delayed contest, Worcester doubling up St. Vincent 28-14, Geneva suffering a heartbreaking 29-28 home loss to Shenandoah, Bethany losing 50-7 at Kalamazoo, and Teal suffering a 76-0 shutout at Adrian. PAC Player of the Week laurels in Week 3 on offense went to Hiram Junior quarterback Sean Tejeda with 319 passing yards and 5 TDs versus Oberlin. Defensive recognition went to Westminster senior linebacker Dylan Sleva with 13 tackles and an interception at F&M. And special teams honors went to Westminster sophomore kicker Andrew Carana, who made all 5 of his kicks, including 2 field goals for the Titans. Newcomer of the week was Geneva freshman DB Christian Hunter with 10 tackles and a pass breakup versus Shenandoah. Week 3 marks the start of league play in the PAC with 4 conference contests, including 3 under the lights. Highlighting the slate is a 7 p.m. kickoff between 1-1 Westminster and 0-2 Case Western Reserve at DeSanto Field in Cleveland. The Spartans lead the all-time series with the Titans 5-3, including a 3-1 mark in Cleveland. But last year, a late interception clinched a 17-14 home win for Westminster over Case in New Wilmington. Veteran Spartan head coach Greg Debelak talks about the deep respect the programs have for each other.
Yeah, I think they are 2 really good programs, evenly matched. I think both staffs are excellent, and we know each other well. So I think a chess match is a good comparison, and film study is critical, and trying to figure out what each other's doing.
The lone daytime contest takes place at Wiley Stadium in Waynesburg. as the 0-2 Yellow Jackets host 1-1 Hiram in the Terriers' first conference game since rejoining the PAC this season at 1 p.m. It's the first ever gridiron meeting between the programs. Fourth-year Waynesburg head coach Cornelius Coleman talks about how facing a pair of high-level non-conference foes was meant to prepare the Jackets for league play this season.
And the PAC conference is one of the top Division III conferences in the country. And unless you are prepared to do battle in this conference week in and week out, I feel as though you are doing yourself and your program a disjustice.
Two teams searching for their first win meet in Meadville Saturday night as 0-2 Allegheny hosts 0-2 Teal at Frank Fuhrer Stadium at 7 p.m. The all-time series between the local foes dates back to the first meeting in 1893, with the Gators holding a 43-35-6 all-time advantage against the Tomcats. Last year, Teal recorded a 21-7 home win over Allegheny in Greenville, snapping a 4-game losing skid against the Gators. Third-year Allegheny head coach Braden Lair talks about the importance of starting league play with a win Saturday night.
I think more than anything, it's Teal. It's rivalry week, right? It's the school that's closest to us in proximity. It's one that carries a lot of weight for our players throughout the offseason. So it's a massive, massive week. This is one that we desperately want, and we're going to work our tail off to try to come out and get it done.
Finally, 1-1 St. Vincent travels to Beaver Falls to face 0-2 Geneva at Reeves Field with a 7 p.m. kickoff. The Golden Tornadoes lead the all-time series with the Bearcats 17-13-1, including a 16-13 win in Latrobe a year ago. Bethany, Grove City, and W&J all have the weekend off. That's all for this edition of the PAC Football Report. Log on to the conference website at www.pacathletics.org all season long for the latest news, scores, statistics, and other league information. You can also follow us on social media via X, Facebook, and Instagram. Links are available at the PAC website. I'm Joe Onderco. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you at the stadium.
Stadium in Girard, a 35-0 lead for the Indians here at the half. First half scoring recap looks like this. Girard got on the board first in this game. It was a Sam Scott 17-yard touchdown run. Extra point made it 7-0 Girard at the 8:29 mark of the opening quarter. Second quarter, 4 touchdowns put on the board for Girard. It would be A.J. Pearson at the 11:54 mark, plunging in from 7 yards out. Extra point made it 14-0 in favor of the Indians. 8:56 to go in the half. It was Pearson to J. Don Wade from 6 yards out. The extra point made it 21-0 in favor of the Indians. And 2 touchdowns in a matter of moments. 3:18 to play. Pearson to Lipinski, a 30-yard touchdown pass made it 28-0. And then Pearson, a 2-yard run at the 2:50 mark, made it 35-0 in favor of the Indians. Taking a look at our first half numbers unofficially here, Fry has 12 yards on the ground. Miller with 24 from the quarterback spot. Miller throwing the football just 43 yards through the air in the first half. And when you look at the numbers for the Girard Indians, A.J. Pearson already over 100 yards on the ground at 103. And Sam Scott in with 32. Pearson 183 yards through the air, 203 on the ground, 286 total yards for the sophomore quarterback unofficially in the first half.
He just had a great first half and showed it efficiently, getting the ball out, everything. And it's really shocking. You have to really be here to see it, how well he plays as a sophomore.
Jadon Wade, 46 yards unofficially. Sloan with 84. The freshman Mario Lipinski in with 42 yards. And all those numbers add up to a 35-0 lead for the Girard Indians here at the break. We're going to take a timeout. John Galbraith doing double duties, representing the Patricians and doing stats for us tonight. He'll join us next. Halftime, it is Girard 35 and Garaway nothing on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532. Are you tired of switching apps just to catch your favorite shows and live events? Say hello to the iMedia One Network app, your one-stop destination for streaming and everything that matters. From national sports to exclusive local content, Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, and City View Sportscast are now all in one place, anytime, anywhere. Download the free iMedia One Network app on iOS and Android and unlock the future of sports audio in the palm of your hand. The iMedia One Network, your sports app in the Valley. Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit TAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Halftime continues here on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. You hear the Girard Marching Band in the background for our halftime entertainment. And got John Galbraith in the booth with us representing the Patricians and also doing stats. And boy, we just decided we'd give you two high-powered offenses, John, to jump right in to help us out tonight.
Didn't give me much of a chance here tonight, but enjoying myself. Good venue, watch a good high school football game.
So first season as the Patricians went in the books this summer.
Yep.
And I know every season is a learning process. What did you learn not only on the football side, but on the administrative side?
Administrative side actually went smoother than I thought it would be. You know, us being more of a grassroots team and having a lot of the coaches and some of the board members on staff and everything having to do hands-on things. You know, it was really helped out. We had a good board of directors helping us out and everything, going out there, getting us some sponsors, and doing preparation for, you know, the game day operation. So it went pretty good for that side of things.
You look at the football side of things, you decided to make some changes
Yes.
a little bit after the season passed, and familiar names to semi-pro football fans in the Valley.
Yes, we brought in Vinny Anarino. He's a Brookfield grad. He coached the Western Reserve Scorch about 5-10 years ago when they had success and won a championship in their league. Had a conversation with him. The direction where we wanted to go was something that was the same direction he wanted to go. He brings a lot of football knowledge, and we want to build from the line, and he's a line guy. So I know he's going to be able to bring up that the offensive and defensive line. He's going to be able to build through that, and we shouldn't have any problems with our skill guys.
And you look at that, and you know that, you know, he's a name people in semi-pro circles know.
Absolutely.
He's a name that people are going to want to come play for.
Absolutely. I mean, he learned over at the Western Reserve Scorch under Coach Gessler. So, you know, he has a good coaching tree he's coming from. You know, just a lot of experience, and he knows how to build a champion.
And of course, your team, we learned last year and going forward, this is a team that you want to put a great product out on the field, but you also want to be involved in the community.
Absolutely.
And that is a big key to what you're doing.
Absolutely. For us to be able to get the respect from the community, we have to be engaged and do some good things for the community. A couple events we did last year, we had participated in the St. Baldrick's event that was held down in Penguin City Brewery to fight childhood cancer. We raised about $1,500 there. We did a Easter egg hunt, brought some kids in. They had a great time. We are going to continue to do that, help out through the community with different stuff, with camps and youth camps and different things like that.
And of course, and we mention it all the time as, being our presenting sponsor for high school football for 2 games a week. If somebody is interested in getting involved, whether it be the football side of things, the coaching aspect of it,
Absolutely.
or just want to be involved in a community-based program, how do they reach out?
Absolutely. You can contact us on our Facebook page, Youngstown Patricians, or you can go to our website at youngstownpat.com, or you can contact me directly at 330-540-1099. We're looking for, just regular staff, players, coaches. We're a nonprofit organization where, we can use all the bodies we can get out of it.
And for those people that don't know, the Patricians name may be new to people in the Valley now, but boy, does it come with history.
There's a lot of history, and there's a legacy that we have to follow through. They were formed in 1911 by Father Martin of the Youngstown St. Patrick's in Youngstown. They were a church sports organization, and believe it or not, we had a pro football team in the Valley back then. So we're building off that legacy in history.
Well, we appreciate you not only helping out with stats today, but partnering with us. We carried a fun summer with Dave and I over now into the fall.
Absolutely.
So we thank you very much for that, and thanks for jumping in when we needed an extra pair of hands.
Oh, I love it. Love to be around the game.
We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we will jump on the Discount Power Sports scoreboard. Halftime, it is all Girard leading Garaway 35-0 on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit TAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
The Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Right back here when I turn my microphone on here at halftime, a 35-0 lead for the Girard Indians. And Dave, let's take a look at the Discount Power Sports halftime scoreboard. Discount Power Sports, your go-to store for discount ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bikes, and more. Find them at 778 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call them at 330-717-4441. Austintown Fitch leading Akron Bookjewel 27-6 in the first half. Springfield, who we'll see next week, a 17-0 lead over Camel at the half. Tough for Springfield. They didn't play last week because of Waterloo's numbers. And then you get what I think is a very much improving Campbell team the next week.
Yeah, you sure do. So, and you are right about Campbell. They are improving little by little there.
Cheney and Canfield are tied at 14 in the first half of action. Crestview continuing to roll a 28-0 lead over Southeast at the half. Other games going on in the Valley. Poland leading Hubbard 35-7. That game has gone to halftime. McDonald 21 and Jackson Milton 6. We'll see the Blue Jays next week, and awfully impressed by McDonald last week.
Yeah, absolutely. That offense is really great.
See other games going on in the Valley tonight. Lakeview with a 21-7 lead over the Niles Red Dragons. Liberty with a 20-0 lead first half over Brookfield. Mineral Ridge convincingly out in front over Waterloo, 37-0 at the half. LeBray with a 27-0 lead over Newton Falls at the break. And South Range and Struthers in a bit of a closer one than many would expect. 17-14 South Range at halftime.
Yeah, that's a shocker because Struthers has been struggling.
Some of those scores around the Valley. Of course, don't forget, coming up on Sunday, 3:25 pregame, 4:25 kickoff. San Francisco 49ers football is right here on the Sports Radio 1240 side of things. Now, when we look at the first half and adjustments, we start for the visiting Garaway Pirates. Did you start to see a little bit of something as they ended the first half?
Well, I'm going to do what my mom used to say.
Uh-oh. I know where this is going, Dave.
But I'm going to say I'm going to find something. If I got to say something, I got to find some positive. And the only thing I can say is they showed a little bit of aggression, tackling towards the end. I'm not really convinced of what they're trying to do on defense because the things that they're doing is really non-conducive to them being successful against this team. This team is just rolling, and you got to do something to put some water on it. So we're going to see if they try to do something, make some adjustments. That's what I want to see coming out in the second half. We didn't see it in game, but let's see what they can do coming out of the locker room. And you just come in with the thought there's 0-0 right now.
From the Girard aspect of things, sophomore A.J. Pearson well over 200 yards of total offense in the first half. But the thing that I've been most impressed by, 5'11", 195, first-year starter.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I've seen so far, he can make all the throws.
Yeah, and that's the thing, that's impressive is what you just said. Sophomore, in his first year starting at a quarterback position, so efficient. And that is something. Now, is it that Garaway is allowing him? I'm not going to just say that. I just don't like the type of defense they're doing, but he's taking what they're giving him. And that's exactly what he do. He takes it and do what he wants with it. And he's been excellent. He's making throws across his body, which you usually don't do. Rolling left as a right-hander. And you got to roll and then reset and do it. And he's able to do that and put the ball right on target. So, I mean, the sky's the limit with these guys. He's a 10th grader. And he's got a receiver, Sloan, on the outside who catches the ball with no problem in traffic. He's also a sophomore.
You look at it, too. Two rushing touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns. So you give him 24 touchdowns accounted for through 4.5 games.
Yeah, I mean, that's insane. That's insane. He's one of the top players around this area, and we've seen it. That's one thing we can say. We might have had some blowouts, but we have seen some top players in our area that can really shine this year. We done seen some.
And the thing that is exciting about that, and yes, we've seen some games that, let's be honest, they haven't been close. Mm-hmm. But what we've seen, I think, this year is excitement for the future. Not that this year is down or bad, right, but there are a lot of sophomores and juniors getting key playing time. That's only going to make teams better for the next couple of years.
Yeah, and we've seen that everywhere we've been. Harding, everywhere. We've just seen where these guys are underclassmen, and they are on top of their game.
Second half kickoff brought to you by the Village Tavern in Hubbard. For nearly 100 years, the Village Tavern is one of the area's favorite local spots for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Located at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard and online at thevillagetavern3.com. And Girard is going to get the football to begin this second half, and we will have running clock to begin the third quarter. Kick is going to be away. And brought back across the 25-30, spinning across the 35 and down near the 40-yard line. And
flying in there, so
we saw a flag come in and a little bit of pushing and shoving at the end of that play as well.
I don't know what happened there. Was it a block or was it a face mask?
Flag at about the 33-yard line. And we've got a Garaway player down on the field at about the 43-yard line. So clock will stop for an injury. And let's try and get you a number.
Looked like 7, but I can't.
Yeah, that's so it is Christian Raber, a senior for the Garaway Pirates, that is down on the field at the 44-yard line, and he'll get some help up. Coach Pearson over to check on him to make sure he's okay, showing great sportsmanship like we always see. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Girard after we spot this penalty. Going to put it back at the 23-yard line. Mark Means, Dave Clark, John Galbraith here from Arrowhead Stadium in Girard. Matthew Craven, Matt Marr, Dave Ferris back at the iMedia Studios in Struthers. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left side. Single back deep behind the quarterback. Pearson working the hard count, now turns, checks with the sidelines, play clock at 10 seconds. He's going to pull it out, fire the pass time to a tunnel screen across the 30 and down near the 32-yard line. So that is going to be good for 10 yards and a first down for the Indians.
Yeah, right off the bat.
I think that might have been Lipinski on the reception.
Yeah, it looked like that's who it was.
So 1st and 10 out to the 33-yard line. 35-0 in favor of the Girard Indians. First down and 10 from their 33-yard line, right to left. They'll run it on first down across the 35, 40. Cuts back to the 45, midfield now, 45, stops on a dime and throw it out of bounds near the 40-yard line. That is an impressive run by Sam Scott all the way down to the Pirates' 40-yard line.
Nice run there. Bit of running and stopping on a dime instead of going out of bounds and getting a little extra.
So 1st and 10 to the Garaway 40-yard line. 10 minutes to play, third quarter. And there was a little bit of movement up front, but
yeah, he didn't come across. So.
Able to reset. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left side. Play clock down to 5 seconds. Pearson turns to the sidelines. Now back for the play. They'll hand it off to the tailback across the 40, 35, on his feet across the 30, down to the 28-yard line. Sam Scott again on the carry. Solid first half for Sam Scott.
You know, what's very impressive with Pearson at quarterback is he is able to get movement from the defense with his hard count. He's done it all night. We got I think a legal motion.
So we'll wipe out that run by Sam Scott on the penalty, but we'll wind the clock and go under 9 minutes to play here, third quarter. Indians taking their time right now. Play clock at 15 seconds. Split backs in the backfield with A.J. Pearson. Going to give it. Now he'll flip it to the back, and it went off his hands and incomplete. That was the fullback, Alan Hess Cardona, Couldn't pull that in. It's second down and 10.
Yeah, he put it right on him like he's supposed to. He just wasn't able to hold on to the football.
Ball just in Girard territory, resting at the nose of midfield. Second down. And 20 now coming up for the Indians. Pearson's going to keep it, and he'll just plunge forward. He'll get down to about the 46-yard line.
Yeah, nice 4-yard gain for him.
And bring up third down and long now for the Indians. Got a new receiver in there as well. It's Carmen Biamonte, a senior wearing number 1, who's checked in slot to the right side. Third down, 16 for the Indians. Pearson to throw it on third and long. Stepping up, didn't like what he sees. Eyes still downfield, now throws on the run, and that pass will fall incomplete at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, the defensive back there, number 17, if my eyes are not deceiving me. I'm not sure.
That is Wyatt Reffenschneider, number 17, the junior, who's also the backup quarterback.
Yeah, it was him, and he got that arm in at the last second to deflect that ball away, or it'd been right on target on the run.
So it is 4th and 16 from the Garaway 46-yard line. Girard going to keep the offense out there. Down to 6 minutes and 35 seconds to go here, third quarter. Pearson to throw. Time. Looking downfield, going to fire down the seam, has a man open and makes the catch at the 15-yard line. That time he found the fullback again, and Alan Hess-Cardona, and this time he held on. It's first and goal for the Indians.
Yeah, he wanted to make sure he had that ball, made no mistakes. He went on and made sure he had that reception and went to the ground. But he was wide open. He actually had two receivers near each other. They were both open.
So first and goal from the first and 10 from the 13-yard line. Two receivers right. Got a wing and a receiver to the left side. It's Pearson and Scott in the backfield. Pearson's going to keep the football now, pitch it to Scott, walking the sidelines, looking for the pylon. He's out of bounds before the goal line and a flag at the 5-yard line. So I think they're going to get Girard, somebody up front for a hold, Dave.
Yeah, it looked like that's what he's calling.
An unnecessary hold. Looked like completely away from the play.
Yeah, I think it was.
So that penalty will now back up the Indians to the 15-yard line.
It was. And a lot of times they won't call that, but I think they are, or they did, just because of the situation of this game right now. I mean, they'd have been on the brink of going right in the end zone again right there.
So it is first and 12. Get a first down at the 4-yard line. Give the ball to Scott. Scott right up the middle, looking for the goal line, dives for the goal line. He's down at the 1-yard line.
So they're back where they would have been on the last run anyway. By a great run there. And I really didn't see any resistance from Garaway on defense to be able to stop him at all running the football.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Pearson, the quarterback. Scott is the tailback. Two receivers right and one to the left side. Pearson looking to the sidelines. Now he's dropped back in position. Slot receiver goes in motion. They are going to run the football right up the middle. That's another rushing touchdown for A.J. Pearson at the 3:58 mark here of the third. So for A.J. Pearson, he's accounted for now 5 of the 6 touchdowns in one way or another for this Girard offense.
Boy, that is something.
So Maxwell Erickson will come on to attempt the extra point. Snap down, extra point on the way, and it is good. 3:15 to play in this third quarter. It is Girard 42 and a Garaway 0. We're back after a quick break on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit TAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
3 minutes to play here in the third quarter on the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week. The Patricians are a semi-pro football team looking for post-high school and college talent to join their roster. For more information, check them out on Facebook at Youngstown Patricians, or you can call John Galbraith, who joined us at halftime, 330-540-1099. And, of course, this kickoff brought to you by the Village Tavern in Hubbard. Find them online at villagetavern3.com. 3 minutes exactly to play in this third quarter. We've had running clock to begin the third.
See if Garaway can muster something on offense here.
Leedy gets his foot into this one. It's a slow roller that'll be covered up at the 28-yard line. One of the up guys just want to make sure they maintain possession. Rafael Silva, number 5.
Yeah, smart thing to do. The ball looked like it may go out of bounds, but then again, it may not have if he'd have just waited.
So Grady Miller back out there running the offense for the Garaway Pirates. 5'9", 175-pound sophomore who hasn't had a lot of time to stand and survey the offense.
No, not at all. And he'll have some of the maybe their freshmen, sophomores that's coming in. This is probably their JV defense. I see a lot of the guys coming out. Cardonia, the big D tackle, Battelle, 6'7", 310 pounds. I see him on the sidelines. And they're talking to a whole nother crew of guys. And this is great experience for them to be able to play this early, to get at least 2 minutes left in this quarter, in a full fourth quarter, to actually get some varsity experience. And you never know when you might need one of those guys down the road. Anything can happen, injuries, anything.
I mean, you've played the game professionally. You know, every player is one play away from being the next guy up.
Right, that's right. And that's what it's supposed to be. And a lot of people will be concerned with that, but that's what they've been. It doesn't mean the guys are not good because they don't start. That's just the next guy up. That's all it is. And a lot of times there's some of the talent that another player has fit what you're doing right away, that they do it best. These guys are not capable, and now they get their opportunity.
Grady Miller going to work out of the pistol. 2 receivers to the left. He'll take the snap. He'll hand the football off on first down, running right at the middle across the 40 and across the 45-yard line down near the 46. That is a quick hitter to Matthew Fry for a big gain for the Pirates. Now I have a moment, Dave. Got to thank both of these coaches. I had a chance to communicate both of them through email, provided not only starters but 2 deep charts, and we really appreciate it when the coaches help us out.
That's right, absolutely.
1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. They'll run it with Fry again. Fry got bottled up, now breaks free across the 45, 40, 35, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, That is a big run of 55 yards for Matthew Fry, and the Pirates are on the board. So Fry will score the touchdown, Dave, to get the Pirates on the board.
Yeah, and that's something they just to feel that, get a little bit of excitement, feels good for them to be able to get into the end zone and reward their team with 6 there.
So Pirates will come on and attempt the extra point. Snap down, extra point on the way, and good by Thomas Grimm. And with 25 seconds to go here into this third quarter, it's now 42-7 in favor of the Pirates. And you could kind of tell Matthew Fry listed as a wide receiver running back, but great vision on that run. He kind of took off up the middle, hit the pile, and had enough vision to spin off of that, got to the edge, and found the end zone.
Yeah, absolutely. And he did an excellent job running the football. And I know it felt good to see other defensive guys out there because their number one defense wasn't on the field, but Coach is doing a great job. Coach Pearson is doing a good job of bringing in the backups when you have a lead like this. This is how you get guys to get experience, get an opportunity to see what they can do. And they're playing against the number one offense of the opponent. So it gives them a great experience, and that's how you build your roster. He could definitely kept his first team defense out there, but what is that going to prove? You need to get the experience in your younger guys, and that's what he's doing. So it's just a good job by Coach Pearson, what he's doing.
So this kickoff brought to you by the Village Tavern in Hubbard, 746 North Main Street, or online at villagetavern3.com. We're in the final 20 seconds of tonight's third quarter, as the Pirates get set to kick the ball back to the Girard Indians. Line drive kick, and when he caught it, he had a knee down. So he's down right there. And we have come to the end of the third quarter. After 3, it is Girard 42, Garaway 7. The Lena's Pierogi House fourth quarter is next here on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240.
Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. Are you ready to hit the gridiron and make your mark? The Cleveland Cobras are recruiting players and coaches for the upcoming Premier Amateur Football League season. We're looking for passion, grit, and the relentless drive to win. Whether you're a seasoned vet or hungry rookie, your shot starts now. Join a brotherhood, build a legacy, strike with the Cobras. Follow us on Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or for league information, visit PAFLfootball.com to get started today. Team, pride, Cobras. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Final 12 minutes of this one put up on the scoreboard. First and 10 for the Girard Indians. That's A.J. Pearson still out there running the offense for Girard. He's going to set up the screen. That's Algiers who makes the catch. And he's pulled down inbounds just shy of the 25-yard line. Joey Algiers, 5'10", 180 pounds, and a senior. Excuse me, a junior.
Wow.
You agree with me and I was wrong.
Yeah, I don't know why I did.
Agreeing with me was probably the first mistake.
Right.
So it's a second down and 1 coming up now for Girard. One receiver left, 2 to the right side. They're going to run it on second down and short. This time the ball carrier bottled up for no gain. Right back to the line of scrimmage. We'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
There goes Jeremiah Hunter running the football. Didn't have much room to go there.
So 3rd down and 1 for the Indians. Pearson saw the linebacker creeping up. Now he'll turn. Check with the sidelines. Run the football again with Jeremiah Hunter, and Hunter's going to have the 1st down. Got it by about a yard. That will move the sticks for the Indians.
Yes, it did.
Looking ahead for these two teams, Garaway heads back home next week to take on 3-1 Claymont. Girard will stay right here and face Lakeview, who came into play tonight at 2-2. Last report, they were ahead of Niles. So 1st and 10 for the Indians. Return, flip the ball again to Hunter, trying to get to the edge, and he'll be pulled down at the 30-yard line. Jeremiah Hunter, 5'5", 155-pound senior. This is the Lena's Pierogi House 4th quarter. Lena's has your best variety of pierogies. Visit on Facebook to see the weekly lineup of available favorites for dine-in or carry out, or you can call Lena's Pierogi House at 234-254-8532. And after this play, we'll give you the upcoming lineup for Lena's Pierogi House this week.
Do we have to?
Oh, man.
Oh, man, that stuff is great.
Hunter again on the carry.
Oh, nice run there.
And he'll get across the 35 down to the 36-yard line. Set up a 3rd down and short coming up for the 22nd to the 26th at Lena's turkey pot pie, kraut, cheddar, Hungarian pepper, potato, and dill pickle.
Well,
I'll take me a dozen of the turkey pot pie, please.
Yeah, well, as long as you never do that before a game ever again.
Right.
You'll be fine.
Any other time is perfect.
Yeah. You don't want to do a game or watch a game that you want to really see, because you will not be able to do that either.
They're going to run the football again with Jeremiah Hunter into the pile, and he'll have another good gain on 1st down.
And he's a guy, he's so small in there. And I you know what, I'll say short, because it doesn't really look small, just short. And he gets inside there, you can't find him.
Now listed at 5'5" and 155 is Hunter.
He's very quick, and he gets up into the line. He's through there, and the next thing you look up, he's got 7 or 8 yards.
Evan Altier, a sophomore, checking in on that O-line for the Indians. We go under 7.5 minutes to play in this 4th quarter. 42-7, Girard. Hunter's going to get another carry, and this time he bounces off the pile, cut to the left.
He got the 1st down.
And we'll move the chains on the 1st down run. That's an impressive run.
Yes, it was. And he looked like he was definitely locked up for a big-time loss. Reverse field and went the other way and got the 1st down.
You are listening to Sports Radio 1240, WBBW Youngstown, a Cumulus media station, and Western Reserve Radio 2, part of the iMedia One Network. Mark Means, Dave Clark, John Galbraith, Matthew Craven, back at the studios as always, keeping us on the air.
Thank you to the great job.
Chief engineer from Cumulus Youngstown, Ben Schlegel, always helping us out with everything we need something. They give it to the ball carrier Hunter across the 50, 45, and into the air down near the 43-yard line. And that's close to and is another 1st down for Girard as we approach 6 minutes to play in this game.
Yeah, he's impressive in there, and I like his explosion.
Right, his first step speed is pretty impressive.
Yeah, and then once he see it may be some contact, I don't care. I'll leave it. I'll go in the air. I'll do whatever I need to do to get as much as I can.
25, Chris Higgins in at a wide receiver spot. Also, Tremaine Kennedy, a 5'10", 180-pound freshman in there as well.
Well, Hunter's becoming a workhorse because he's getting it almost every play here.
Now he's going to get the football again and tried to break free. This time he's going to be bottled up at the line of scrimmage. We'll say no gain. It's 2nd down and 10.
Yep.
We approach 5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter, brought to you by our friends at Lena's Pierogi House. Single receiver to the left, 2 to the right side. That's Carmen Biamonte wearing number 1, slot to the right side. But this drive has been Jeremiah Hunter on pretty much every carry.
Every carry. It's the Jeremiah Hunter drive because he's getting the ball every play, and that's the first one he's been stopped on.
They'll pitch it to him this time across the 45, and they'll come up shy of the 40 at about the 41-yard line. And they keep feeding him, and he's ready to carry the football.
Yes.
Doesn't look winded at all.
No, and that shows something, too. When you're a guy that doesn't play all the time, you're not in there, and then you get in there and you're going to be the workhorse. And he's just running it one play after another, and he's always taking off with good speed. He shows good conditioning.
So 3rd and 8 from the 41-yard line, under 4.5 minutes to play in a rolling fourth quarter clock.
They may give it to him again. They could pass, but I think they may keep it on the ground.
They give it to Hunter, and he's going to be bottled up behind the line of scrimmage for about a yard loss. It's going to bring up 4th down and at 9 for Girard. When you look at an offense like this with the up-tempo and the spread, you think, well, maybe they can't be physical and run the football. You would be mistaken if you thought that about this team.
Yeah, you would. And I'm going to tell you something, Mark. I am looking forward to 2 weeks down the road and really see what's what.
And South Range and Girard. Tunnel screen, pass caught by the receiver.
Oh, look at him
able
bounce
to
off
break
there.
free and get to the sidelines, turn on the speed, and he is going to head to the end zone to 43 yards from Pearson. And on the other end of that, that's Tremaine Kennedy.
He is a freshman, 5'10", 180. A freshman. And just to see how he broke that tackle, and then the acceleration was something different. Once he broke to the outside, just forget about it.
So we mentioned it. The season low in points for Girard is 48 twice.
Well, here we got 49 if he gets this. Penalty.
All kinds of movement up front. This looks like it may go on Garaway, though.
He made the kick. Well, he must have called it before he called it before the snap.
All right, looks like they're gonna decline this penalty.
Yep, let's do it again.
Just give another opportunity for Maxwell Erickson to knock through the extra point. Right down the middle and good. And with 2:07 to play here in the fourth quarter, it is Girard 49, Garaway 7. Back after a quick timeout on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Well, Dave, looking ahead on our schedule on the Youngstown Patricians high school football game of the week. Next Friday, it is Jackson Milton and Springfield. Last report, Jackson Milton was trailing McDonald in their matchup, and Springfield leading Camel Memorial in theirs.
Yeah.
2 weeks for Girard and South Range.
Yeah.
From a place we have spent a few games together over the years at that beautiful facility at the home of the Raiders.
Yeah, and the Raiders trying to regroup and get themselves back to that machine that they once were.
This kickoff's going to go out of bounds and give Garaway good field position to begin this next drive. South Range falling to Lake in week 1, the D2 powerhouse of the Lake Blue Streaks. Played very well since then.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And one thing we know about South Range, they're a very well-coached football team. So I'm really looking forward to that matchup just because they may not be as – well, we don't know until we see them. They may not be as talented they have been in the past, but they're well-coached. And I know he'll get whatever talent he has to play to a certain level, go above and what they really are, and then see where this Girard team is really at. And I'm looking forward to seeing that game.
And Coach Rock has really stepped in for Coach Yeagley when he retired, and they haven't really skipped a beat.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the thing. I mean, it's just like the train it never derailed from the track. It stayed right on the track and kept on going. So, we just we know we done seen from them over the years, and they keep that thing going.
Now, we've put in some miles following South Range over the last few years as they've gone deep into the playoffs and got a penalty flag thrown by the back judge. As there were
12 guys out there on defense.
12 guys on the field. My old partner Jim Craven always says, you always wonder if someone else is lined up in your position, something's not right.
Yeah, that's usually a problem when I see I'm playing safety and there's two of us guys back there in the same spot.
Gonna run it on to first down.
Well, here's some resistance there.
That time driven back. And it's going to set up a 2nd down and 2. So we're under a minute to play here in this football game.
Yes, they are.
Garaway going to have to snap it one more time.
Yep, that should do it for us.
2 receivers to each side of the formation. He'll take the snap, fake it. He's going to keep it, run it into the pile, and get to the outside across the 40 and down to the 37-yard line. In there at quarterback for the Garaway Pirates, that's Christian Raber on the carry.
Mm-hmm.
And we're coming down to the final few seconds of this one. And no more snaps of the football.
Yep.
Your final score here tonight as the Linus Pierogi House 4th quarter has come to an end. It is the Girard Indians 49 and the Garaway Pirates 7 with the win. The Girard Indians are a perfect 5-0. And the Garaway Pirates drop to 4-1. We'll take a break, come back, and begin the postgame show next. Right after this on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier. Then make sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Back here on the post-game show, the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week. Students and fans heading down to celebrate with the football team and the band. And the band shell off to our right. And they should celebrate, Dave, because the Girard Indians are 5-0 in 5 football games played this season.
Yeah, they've done an excellent job. They started off really hot. We have seen a very good football team, very efficient.
First half scoring looked like this. It was the A.J. Pearson show in the first half, but things started off with Sam Scott on a 17-yard touchdown run. The extra point by Erickson made it 7-0 in favor of the Indians. Pearson, his first touchdown rushing on the ground, came at 11:54 of the second quarter. 7-yard run made it 14-0 in favor of the Indians. Pearson would then hit Jadon Wade at the 8:56 mark of the first half from 6 yards out. The extra point again by Erickson, good. A 21-0 lead for Girard. Then with 3:18 to play, Pearson to Mario Lipinski, the freshman wide receiver. And that was a 30-yard pitch and catch. The extra point made it 28-0. And then Pearson's 2-yard run at 2:50 made the halftime score of 35-0 in favor of the Indians. Pearson would add a 1-yard run at the 3:58 mark of the third quarter before an impressive 55-yard touchdown run by Matthew Fry of the Garaway Pirates made it 42-7. And then at the end, it was Pearson to Kennedy from 43 yards out. The extra point brought us to our final score of 49-7 in favor of the Girard Indians. We'll take our final timeout, come back, look at the unofficial stats for this one, and wrap things up here on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. Discount Power Sports LLC is continuing to grow. They offer ATVs, dirt bikes, go-karts, electric bicycles, while offering off-road power sport repair services. Located at 758 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to the newly renovated Village Tavern. Discount Power Sports LLC also offers financing and accepts all major credit cards. Discount Power Sports LLC, find them online at discountpowersports.biz. Discount Power Sports LLC, where value meets adventure.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532. Are you ready to join the legacy? This is your chance to become part of something special with the Youngstown Patricians. Honoring the proud football tradition of the Valley, we're on the lookout for talented post-high school athletes who want to make their mark on the field. Whether you're a seasoned high school athlete, college, or former professional player, develop your skills and become part of a team that values hard work, dedication, and community spirit. Don't wait. Begin your path to the gridiron by visiting youngstownpat.com or contacting us on Facebook at the Youngstown Patricians. Be bold, be legendary, join the Youngstown Patricians today. The Village Tavern's been a beloved local landmark in Hubbard, Ohio for nearly a century, and now it's better than ever. Recently renovated and still serving up the same warm hospitality, the Village Tavern is your go-to spot for great food, cold drinks, and a laid-back atmosphere. Whether you're stopping in for dinner, catching up with friends, or just looking to relax, you'll enjoy a full menu of American favorites, rotating drink specials, and friendly service that makes every visit memorable. Be sure to visit the Village Tavern at 746 North Main Street in Hubbard, right next to Repair That Glass. To learn more, go to villagetavern3.com. We now return you to the Youngstown Patricians High School Football Game of the Week.
Back here one final time as the Girard Indians move to 5-0 with a 49-7 win over the Garaway Pirates. Numbers tonight for the visiting Garaway Pirates. Leading rusher finishing in the game was the quarterback Grady Miller with 24 yards. Matthew Fry had that big game that included the 55-yard touchdown run, as very limited numbers offensively tonight for the Garaway Pirates. When you look at some of the overall numbers, very impressive for the Girard Indians tonight. Pearson just missing a 300-yard passing game unofficially at 292. Was over 100 yards rushing tonight. So you're looking at well over 300 yards of total offense tonight for sophomore A.J. Pearson.
Yeah, I'm definitely impressed with the young guy. And I mean, that doesn't look like a sophomore out there playing, that's for sure.
And the thing that impressed me, and we saw it more early than late, the long throws, the difficult out throws, he did with ease.
Yeah, no problem. But that's one of those things you say, the quarterback, and then he's the son of a coach, and the coach is his head coach.
Right.
Has him prepared and ready to go, and he looked like the guy that's way ahead of his time as a sophomore. First-year starter. And he just looks very equipped with what he needs to do.
That'll do it for us here tonight from Girard. A big thank you to Athletic Director Cochran for a great spot. Great support from the staff here in the booth as well. We always appreciate their efforts. Thank you to John Galbraith, who jumped in, did stats, joined us at halftime. I'm sure you'll be hearing from him again as the season moves along. For my partner, Dave Clark, my name is Mark Means. A big thank you to Matthew Craven at the studios. Girard is 5-0. They win tonight, 49-7. You heard it all right here on Sports Radio 1240 and Western Reserve Radio 2. Have a great weekend, everyone.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network, and we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.
You're listening to Western Reserve Radio on Western Reserve.